Heidi ho! We're back on Smells Like 90's Rock. Hot Toddy and DJ P.O.R.C is here. I like that Iggy Pop song. That is, by the way, Iggy Pop, Why Was I Born, in parentheses, Freddy's Dead, from the Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare soundtrack from 1991. Killer film, a horrible film, but killer soundtrack. And
I honestly don't think I've ever seen one Nightmare on Elm Street film.
I've seen 1 and 2. No, that's not right.
I've seen all of the Jason movies.
Oh, see it. So have
all
I.
of
I've
them.
seen all the. See, I like Jason. I like Friday the 13th.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. It's blunt stupidity, and that's what makes it entertaining. We talked about this a little bit last week. Was that's what makes those movies so good? Is the fact that they didn't really try. They didn't try at all.
It was just like a really sloppy version of Michael Myers in a way.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, Halloween was kind of classier. It was more well put together.
It was John Carpenter.
The lore of Michael Myers makes more sense throughout the series. Whereas Jason, it's like, okay, Jason was real. Like at first, we thought Jason was dead in the first one. Oh, he's not. He's been alive this whole time in the second one, and then the second, third, and fourth, he was just a person. And then
I think so. Then like the fifth, he was like a zombie.
No, in the fifth, it wasn't him. It was a copycat killer. Spoilers.
I honestly didn't know that.
That was a new beginning. Yeah, it wasn't him.
Maybe I haven't seen that one.
You might not have. And then in the sixth one, Jason lives. That's when lightning strikes him and he comes back to life.
That one's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best one. That's the best one. I like that one. 4 and Jason X.
The eighth one, he's in New York,
and
just to make him do it.
Because why not? It's called Jason Takes Manhattan.
It's like the Muppet when the Muppets went to Manhattan. At least we got to try something new.
At least you've seen lots of New York and Manhattan in the Muppets Take Manhattan, because Jason Takes Manhattan. None of it was shot in New York except for one shot of him in Times Square in a movie called Jason Takes Manhattan.
I think there's only like a few parts of it I remember where he strangles a girl on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then there's one like kind of peripheral character who like starts punching him on a rooftop.
Oh, and he punches his head off.
Yeah, and he punches his head off.
That's the best scene right there.
And when he's walking down the street and he like kicks like a stereo that some guys are listening to, and they're like, "Hey, man!" And he just turns around, lifts his mask, and they're like, "Oh!"
Shows him his horrible, gruesome face. It's great. I hate that movie, but that scene is great. And yeah, then the Jason movies just slowly fell off.
They're all dumb.
No, they're all dumb. Like I said, they're all blunt stupidity. Whereas Freddy Krueger, I feel like they tried with those movies.
Yeah,
they tried to come up
charisma.
They had charisma. They tried to come up with new ways, and then the last one, Freddy's Dead, was just trash. And so they were like, "What do we do now?" I don't know. Freddy versus Jason. Both of their franchises stink now, so let's just put them together. All right, let's go for it.
Let's do a new Halloween trilogy, and scrap the entire.
Every single movie from the second one onward, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And make one that's okay, one that's terrible, and I don't really know anything about the last one.
The 2 that were terrible and 1 that was good, and that was the last one.
Okay, I thought the first one was good. Halloween, no. There's the one where like Jamie Lee Curtis is like a survivalist kind of. No. She's just that one's not good.
No, it's not good either. None of those.
I thought it's
really none.
I heard it was pretty good.
You know, it was a good movie. Halloween, 1978, good film.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only.
I like that we're talking about Halloween, like
right here at Christmas time. Hey, Merry Christmas!
Men in masks.
Scary monster man.
See. Oh, speaking of men in masks, this should have made me feel old, but it didn't when I heard this. The lead singer of Slipknot, he turned 50 today.
Ooh, my God.
Does that make you feel old?
It does.
Honestly,
isn't James Hetfield from Hetfield, from Metallica? Isn't he like freaking 60 now?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. See, doesn't that make you feel old?
Either 60 or 61. I think they're all in their 60s.
See, that makes me feel old.
I think Robert Trujillo's probably like the youngest, and he's probably in his late 50s.
I remember them being, like young guys when I was growing up, and now they're all in their 60s.
Well, Kirk Hammett's finally starting to look old. He's like 60. He looked 12 forever.
Lars Ulrich's starting to look old, which I'm glad, because I don't like Lars Ulrich.
He kind of looks like Smeagol now.
I was going to say he looks like a troll, and you took it to Smeagol, you took it to Gollum route, and I'm here for it.
And Yeah, I mean that's a good description of Lars.
Yeah, that's good.
He looks like Smeagol.
He does. He looks like Smeagol. I'm here for it. I'm hip. I'm hip.
I don't really know why they're still doing it. I guess they still love it. I guess they're still inspired, but
it's like this show. We still enjoy doing it. We still write the Christmas plays, which we'll be doing one next week. More on that later.
They're in their 60s though.
We're in our 60s.
They're still playing master puppets.
Yeah.
Breakneck speed.
Enter Sandman. They come high. I was cracking up.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's exactly how it goes. Don't try me. Try me. I was cracking up because somebody posted a TikTok. Again, it's scary because I don't like AI, but they were doing AI versions of James Hetfield singing like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Oh God!
Hit me, baby, one more time, and it actually was really good. It sounded really good. Like now, everybody in the comics like, okay, now we need a Metallica version of "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
They might do it. I can't.
My loneliness is killing me now. Like it was just so good.
Metallica has done a fair amount of covers in their career, but it's never really been like
not Britney Spears.
It's always been pretty like serious.
Yeah.
It's always been rooted in the rock genre, and there's a beautiful tradition of metal bands playing like pop songs too.
Well, that's true. That's true. Let's see.
Although I think the one that made me laugh the most was just some random band, but they played "I Touch Myself" with like the guttural vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Here we go. I think I found it. No, I'm sorry.
Serge Tankian from System of a Down.
From System of a Down. I think it's him, Ozzy, and James Hetfield, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So this is it.